All right. We are in to our website. Um, Mitchell Malu. My About Me page is the first one that comes up. Then we go on to digital citizenship. And in here, I just have an image. Internet safety for second graders. My second graders are starting to. It's their first year of having a Chromebook, and so they're able to access the full on internet and Google things and things like that. So I wanted to make sure that I was proactive in teaching them what to do and how to be safe on the internet. So I'd put on there about keeping your passwords safe and guarding them from others, not sharing personal information that you wouldn't want on the whiteboard. Don't put it online, not meeting up with people from the internet. They play a lot of games on their computers, and sometimes they have the ability to chat, usually just amongst other kids within the class, but it seems like every now and then someone random gets in there. So just making sure that they're not saying things to people that they maybe don't know. A reminder that your parents and teachers can see what you search. Usually once a year, twice a year, I have a kid that searches something up that they probably shouldn't, and they're a little bit embarrassed when I get the notification on my computer that they're doing an inappropriate search, and I call them over and I'm like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" Um, they're a little bit embarrassed by that. So just a reminder that we can see those, and then just to be kind. We teach kindness and respect and all those things um, in person, but it's important to teach them and that they learn how to do it online as well. We go over into the assessment tab. You can see an Earth's Changing Landscape unit test for a science test in there. Made it through a Google Forms. It's almost identical to the test that I give a paper copy of. This um, Google form, the technology copy, is, I think I almost like it better than the paper copy, um, just because it'll be easier to check, easier to keep track of everything. So definitely something I'm looking at doing is moving all of my science tests, which are in this type of format, into the Google assessment or the Google Forms type of assessment. Um, go over into the curriculum, and for some reason, this takes a long time to load. Um, there it came up. Um, you'll see the technology rich unit plan focused on second grade math, 2-digit by 2-digit subtraction with and without regrouping. This is typically a lesson or a skill that we take about 5 days to introduce, and then we continue to practice it throughout the year, obviously. But we hit it really hard for about a full week, and by the end of that week, most of our kids have a pretty good feel for it. Got our standards here that we're going to hit. Those are the Nebraska math standards. Then there's the ISTE standards there, technology-based standards, our learning objectives for the week for the unit, what we're going to do to assess where we're at. Typically, we do an exit ticket every day. When we're done with the first 2 days of subtraction without regrouping, I'll do a little 5-question subtraction quiz just to make sure that we're on the right track there. We do subtraction facts throughout the week, so we'll do a subtraction fact quiz on day 3, and then at the end of day 4, we'll have our subtraction with regrouping 5-question quiz, just to kind of make sure that we're on track again. And then at the end of the week, it'd be our 30-question test with subtraction facts and some subtraction with and without regrouping on there. Learning activities, all kinds of stuff that we'll do either at our seats or in small groups or at the table. So lots of stuff there. Go down here into my lesson plan, my specific lesson plan. You can see we still have our standards there. They haven't changed. They're just straight out of the unit. Learning objective, still that subtraction with and without regrouping. Our formative assessments there. Summative assessment for the day. And then just our plan for instruction. which is very similar to how I would regularly plan instruction. My kids we do rotations during math, so they get about 15-20 minutes at the table with me, and then 15-20 minutes in other rotations. We usually have a para in there that is kind of working the room while they're out there doing independent work, just keeping them on task and helping them out with quick stuff if they need help. So that's kind of how that's set up. And then we go over to our links, the IXL Math, Extra Math, Bottle, and Prodigy. Those are all there. Those are all math tools that we use. If you look through the lesson plan really closely, you'll see those things. So these are links will take you right to there. And then I threw Lexia Core 5 on there as well as a link, because that's something that our kids use quite often also. So that is my website. Thanks for following along.